In 1952, Bengalis rose to protect their language and identity. The language movement became the first spark that would later ignite the fight for Bangladesh's freedom. East Pakistan earned the nation's wealth, yet remained poor and ignored. This deep injustice fueled anger and strengthened the dream of independence. Sheikh Mujibur Rahman emerged as the powerful voice of Bengalis. His courage inspired millions to stand against oppression and demand justice. The Six-Point Movement demanded freedom, democracy, and economic rights. It became the roadmap toward Bangladesh's independence. In 1969, massive protests shook Pakistan's military regime. The united voices of Bengalis proved that freedom could no longer be stopped. The people voted overwhelmingly for Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, but Pakistan's rulers rejected democracy and prepared for brutal repression. On March 7th, Bangabandhu inspired an entire nation. His words prepared Bengalis for the coming struggle for independence. On March 25th, darkness fell over Bangladesh. Pakistani troops attacked sleeping civilians, beginning one of history's cruelest massacres. Pakistani soldiers stormed Dhaka University and murdered students and teachers. Knowledge and humanity were attacked without mercy. Even amid bloodshed and destruction, Bangladesh declared independence. The fight for freedom had officially begun. Pakistani forces arrested Bangabandhu, hoping to silence the nation. But his spirit continued to inspire millions of freedom fighters. Ordinary villagers, students, and workers became freedom fighters. The Mukti Bahini rose with courage and determination. Using guerrilla tactics, freedom fighters struck enemy positions across Bangladesh. Their bravery weakened the occupying forces day by day. Women played heroic roles during the Liberation War. They carried weapons, treated the wounded, and supported the struggle for freedom. Countless women became victims of horrific wartime violence. Their pain remains one of the darkest chapters of the Liberation War. Entire villages were burned to ashes by invading forces. Families lost everything. Yet their hope for freedom survived. Millions crossed the border seeking safety from war and massacres. The refugee crisis shocked the entire world. International journalists exposed the horrifying massacres in Bangladesh. The world slowly began to understand the scale of the tragedy. Farmers and villagers risked their lives to help freedom fighters. Their silent sacrifices strengthened the resistance movement. Students traded books for rifles and joined the fight for independence. Their courage became a symbol of youthful patriotism. Music and poetry gave hope to a suffering nation. Cultural resistance kept the spirit of freedom alive. Swad in Bangla, Better Kendra, became the voice of resistance. Its broadcasts inspired courage across occupied Bangladesh. Pakistani troops carried out mass killings across Bangladesh. Innocent civilians were murdered in ruthless military operations. Just before defeat, Pakistani forces killed Bangladesh's brightest minds. It was a deliberate attempt to destroy the nation's future. In December 1971, India joined the war against Pakistan. The balance of power quickly shifted toward Bangladesh's liberation. Freedom fighters and allied forces launched final attacks across the country. Victory for Bangladesh was now within reach. On December 16th, Pakistan surrendered before the world. Bangladesh finally achieved its long-awaited independence. Bangabandhu returned home to a liberated nation. Millions welcomed the leader who inspired the dream of freedom. After the war, Bangladesh stood wounded but undefeated. The people began rebuilding their nation from the ruins of conflict. The Liberation War shaped the identity of Bangladesh forever. Its legacy lives on through sacrifice, courage, and the dream of freedom.